When your AC stops working, just call the experts at KS Services Heating and Air. They're fast and affordable. Right now, purchase any Bryant energy efficient system and save with 0% interest for 60 months with approved credit. It comes included with a 5-year labor warranty. And our fair price guarantee means that we will always give you 3 quotes for every situation. A good, better, and best. Call KS Services Heating and Air today. We roll on, whatever it takes.
This is the Weather Xtreme video. It's the afternoon edition. This is for Tuesday, August 22nd. I'm James Spann. Showers and storms increasing across the state tomorrow. Then dry air for the northern half of the state Thursday and Friday. And beyond that, the weather depends on Harvey, a tropical system that is headed for Texas, perhaps as a hurricane by Friday. So a lot of things on the board today. Let's dive in and talk about it. There's the water vapor satellite view. Pretty high amplitude for summer. A big trough just north of the state, pushing a surface boundary down this way. There's the radar at 240. At that point, it's some huge downpours over parts of southwest Jefferson and northern Shelby counties, producing some minor flooding. Those things aren't moving much. Those will die down later this evening, but we'll see more of those tomorrow as that boundary drops in here from the north. Temperatures around 90 in most spots, but you can pick out where rain is falling. Haleyville, they've got a nearby shower. They're down to 80. Tuscaloosa, showers nearby. They're sitting at 81. Severe weather problems north of Alabama from Kentucky up into western New York State. A tornado watch for parts of New York and Pennsylvania in effect. There's the severe weather outlook. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather around that tornado watch area. A marginal risk down into Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma. Tomorrow, the surface boundary approaches. We don't expect any organized severe weather here. There is a marginal risk on the middle Atlantic coast, and on day 3, which is Thursday, we should be in drier air. Across north and central Alabama, showers and storms shifting down to the south. Now, this is the rain for the next 7 days, carrying us through Tuesday of next week, and you can see some really big numbers on the Texas Gulf Coast up into parts of Louisiana. That's with Harvey, our redeveloping tropical system. Here's a little higher resolution look at that. And again, this is coming from WPC. It's got a bullseye of about 7.5 inches just below Houston. And don't be shocked if those numbers come up, as the models are much more aggressive than this. And again, in terms of the effect on Alabama, it's a little early to really tell you because this thing is not even technically on the board yet. But let's take a look at the tropics. We have the remnants of Harvey over the Yucatan. That should develop pretty rapidly in the southwestern Gulf. And then the disturbance between Key West and the Bahamas. Could that be Irma? This is the 5-day outlook from the Hurricane Center. A low chance of Invest 92 developing. That's the one between Key West and the Bahamas. And a very high chance of Harvey getting his act together again. Let's begin with what should be Harvey. Models are in pretty tight agreement, bringing this thing up toward the middle Texas coast late this week. And then a slow motion to the north and then possibly northeast. That's not good for Houston. That's going to put them in a setup for some really torrential amounts of rain. And it could be a hurricane at the time of landfall. That water's pretty warm down there. This is the intensity guidance. Most models maintain it at tropical storm strength, a couple bring it up to hurricane strength. But one way or the other, the big issue more than likely is going to be heavy rain and flooding for parts of the Texas coastal plain, and especially up toward Houston and Galveston. And we'll take a look at more info on this in just a moment. This is 92L. Could this be Irma? The models just kind of meander this thing around South Florida for several days. Some try and pull it north. Steering currents are going to be pretty weak down and through there. Intensity guidance. Some models develop into a tropical storm. Some do not. We'll keep an eye on that. But one way or the other, that should not affect Alabama directly. So let's look at first off, the GFS output. This is the 12Z run valid tomorrow at 1 o'clock, troughing over the east. A surface boundary coming in from the north. Cloudy at times. A few showers and storms are likely. The high mid to upper 80s. Thursday, we are in dry air, mostly sunny and less humid. In fact, both the NAM and the GFS are suggesting dew points could get down in the 50s. Hey, that'll feel pretty good. We note Harvey in the southwest Gulf. This is Friday. Harvey should be pretty close to Texas, maybe around South Padre Island. But for us, we're still in very dry air on Friday. Friday morning should feel pretty good. We could see some 50s in cooler pockets. But Friday should be mostly sunny with a high in the upper 80s. We'll take a look at the positioning on what should be Harvey. This is Friday at 1 o'clock Central Time off the GFS. Again, pretty close to the northern edge of South Padre. This is the NAM, a little farther to the east. And the European, maybe a tad farther to the south. But there's pretty good agreement here between these three. And, of course, the big range are going to be along and north of the landfall center on the Texas coast. Last time they had a hurricane move into the Texas coast was 2008, 9 years ago. So they're kind of overdue. And, again, we don't know if it'll be a tropical storm or a hurricane at the time of landfall, but one way or the other, rain will be the big issue. Now, this is Saturday. Moisture comes back where we are. We'll bring back the chance of scattered showers and storms. A lot of clouds around, highs probably low 80s. We're in the big, vast amount of tropical moisture being pulled northward on the east side of the circulation of Harvey. Harvey is inland on the GFS over parts of South Texas. This is Sunday. Harvey not moving much at all. That's a bad setup there for Houston. That could be some really, really nasty flooding if this verifies. And for us, Sunday would be a day cloudy at times, few showers and thunderstorms likely. And what could be Irma is sitting on the coast of Florida around Daytona Beach and Cocoa Beach, Melbourne. Let's go to Monday. What might be Irma's moving northeast away from us. Harvey is still hanging around Texas, just below Houston. Now, again, this is a bad-looking setup here for Houston in terms of flooding if this were to verify. Monday looks maybe a smidgen drier here, still some chance of scattered showers and storms. And this is Tuesday, a week from today, the 29th. You see the upper look with Harvey. Let's go down below that. Harvey is somewhere between Houston and Lake Charles. And again, certainly there'd be a chance of rain. And look, when a tropical system gets involved, everything else goes off the board here. I mean, all bets are off. But at some point, we could see a soaking rain this weekend or next week. At some point, we just don't know exactly when yet. And we note what could be Irma is just off the Outer Banks. This is Tuesday coming off the European, pretty similar. Again, it's got what might be Irma is east of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And the interesting thing about the European now, it tries to bring Harvey back over the water in the Gulf. So it looks like Harvey might just kind of hang around for days over South or East Texas, and that's just not good with flooding potential. This is the end of the forecast period, Friday of next week. Hey, the first day of meteorological autumn. It just sounds good saying that. Broad troughing around here, and what's left of Harvey is still hanging around near Memphis. Goodness. Let's check the rain output first off coming from the GFS. Goodness, the numbers are just stunning here. It's got a maximum of 45.9 inches over the next 10 days. It's almost off the scale for parts of southeastern Texas. And around here, our amounts would be in the 3-inch range if this verifies. We'll check the European. It's got a max of 25.8 inches. Again, over southeastern Texas, the amounts in Alabama are lighter. And there's so much uncertainty. This thing is not even on the board yet. There's no low-level center. There's just a lot we don't know at this point. But clearly, the big threat is for flooding over parts of the Texas coastal plain and southeast Texas, Houston, Galveston. This could be a rough one. Get the numbers. Hey, look at the GFS dropping the highs in the 70s here. Lows in the 60s. Of course, this could be because of a lot of clouds and rain, but clearly looks like today could be the last day with a high at or over 90 for a while. I think most people like that idea. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.
AC broken? Just call KS Services Heating and Air. All Bryant energy-efficient systems come with a 5-year labor warranty, and our fair price guarantee means that we'll always give you 3 quotes for every situation. Just call KS Services Heating and Air today.